Hello and welcome back to Ace Attorney. Second game, Justice for All. Anyways, let's present the Magatama and try to break the lock. Get over it? No, please tell us what happened 6 months ago. What in the world went on in this circus? Okay, there's no need to look so scary when you ask me. Hey, look over there, some juicy burgers, let's eat instead. Fortunately, I'm more of a grilled chicken sandwich man in myself. Actually, I've kinda got an idea what happened back then. Oh, you said something about an accident. This wouldn't happen to be because of that accident, would it? I heard a little bit about it from Regina. Leon made a mistake during a practice, right? How did you? I told him so many times. You shouldn't be doing such dangerous acts. Like putting her head inside Leon's mouth, right? Yeah, but Regina believed in Leon. She believed so strongly that the ringmaster went along. He never could say no to her. Out of curiosity, who was bidden? Come on, Mo. Don't climb up on me now. Who did Leon bite on the head? Well, I promised I wouldn't say anything. I promised. He's involved in this too. He's involved, huh? Mo must be talking about. Oh, is this the person who promised he wouldn't say anything? It must have been Acro, right? How did you know? Don't worry about that, Mo. Getting to the bottom of this accident may solve what happened to Ringmaster. No way. I need to know the truth about what happened to Russell. Please tell me what you know. I'm sorry, Acro. Yes, we got powers back. Good. Get over it. It's just like you said, you know, the accident. Did someone die? No, but it would have been probably better if he had. But how would that have been better? He's still alive. When he got bit, he suffered massive brain damage. He'll never recover from the coma that he is in. Coma? All he does now is lie in his bed in the hospital. That's all he's ever going to be able to do. I see. How is he related to Acro? It's his brother. The person who got bit was Acro's brother. Brother? They were the acrobat team of brothers, Acro and Bat. Cute nicknames, I thought. Anyways, they were an incredible team, cut down together in their prime. Acro's brother. Who's Acro's younger brother? John Ingling, but everyone always called him Bat. He fell in love with Regina, trying to win her over love was his downfall. Everyone seems to fall in love with Regina. 6 months ago, while we were practicing, all of a sudden Bat blurts out, "Let me perform with Leon." How'd he do that? I don't know, but that's what caused the accident. I'll never forget that moment. It was so strange. Leon had the weirdest look on his face. He was smiling. You mean Leon? Yes, Leon. When he bit down, he was smiling. Some sick grin. No way, that's impossible! Smirking Lion, flying murderer. Why does it seem that it's always Mo who catches over all of these incredible events? Nick, can Lion smile? Never told the police about the incident. The circus would have been shut down if we had. The next day, the ringmaster took Leon out and shot him with a rifle. But that's what really happened. Well, you guys were so serious. What I was supposed to do? I had to tell you. But all this truthfulness has put me down in the mood for a burger. Here, you two have some pepper. Shaka shaka shaka. There he goes again, acting like a normal crazy self. Achoo! Achoo! Nice, what a wonderful sneeze. Huh? You think so? You sneeze with pepper and slip on a banana peel. That's a basic downsmanship. Girlie, I know you gotta understand that. Nick, I think I'll make a good clown. I don't know, Regina, I've never seen a cuter sneezer. Does Regina sneeze with a pepper too? She does. Bad would always tease her with pepper. Bad? From my point of view, those two always look so perfect together. They look perfect together, huh? Why did he show the same pepper? That's like... Okay. Let's present that profile. What do you think about this person? Sorry? I've already given my heart to another man. I'm not interested in enrolling in your dating service. I just wanted to know if you knew this person. Okay, she doesn't want to talk about him. What about you? Would you mind taking a look at this? Oh, okay. Alright, let's move to the... Acro's room. Ah, Mr. Wright, back again, I see. Well, he did say I'll be back. Wait, or was that someone else? We're back because Acro's hiding his legs were injured. He was hurt in the accident 6 months ago. It would seem that he knows what he not know. Well, it seems you've got things you want to talk about, so far away. Present and... bat. Lately I've been confined to this room, so I don't have a clue what's going on with the circus. That's not true. What do you think of this? Okay, so he doesn't want to talk to us, alright. So we need to actually start breaking up this. Let's see if we have everything. I hope so. About a wheelchair. I have to ask you, how were you injured? I'm sorry, I thought we talked about this. It was an accident that happened during practice. An accident during practice? Yes, unfortunately acrobats are prone to fall all sorts of injuries. He's lying. If that were the real cause, he would have no reason to keep it secret. Acro, are you really telling me that practice accident was the cause of your injury? Leon, 6 months ago, you were attacked by a lion. That's when you were injured. I know I'm on the right track. I just need to keep going. You're saying that I was attacked by a lion? That's what I'm saying. I'm sorry, Mr. Wright, but I'm an acrobat. I'm no animal tamer. If a lion was coming at me, I'd be running for the exit. Okay, maybe attacked is not the best word to be using. Well, let me rephrase that as battled the lion. You seem to enjoy telling jokes. Why would I decide to battle a lion? Because you had to fight it. You had to fight it to save someone. It was a shame that happened to your brother 6 months ago. You tried to save him, didn't you? That's how he got that terrible injury. Oh, he must have told you. Yes, we learned about the bat from Mo. I didn't mention anything about you in regards to the accident. I suppose it was just a slip of the tongue on his part. That's how I figured it out. Slip of the tongue? Anyways, they were an incredible team, cut down together in their prime. Cut down together. That was where he slipped. And that's how I figured it out. You two ended up at the center of the same accident together, like always. I see. But an accident's an accident. It wasn't anyone's fault. I still haven't broken Acro's cyclock. This must be the one incredible deep-seated secret. It wasn't anyone's fault. Do you care to explain more? Acro, I know you are still hiding something from me. Maybe someone you don't like so much is the reason you're being so evasive. Who? Who? I don't fucking know. Regina, maybe? Yeah. Regina. You always seem calm and collected until you start talking about her. Say things like she's cruel. Well done, Mr. Attorney. You've quite the set of eagle eyes. You know, her tiger tried to attack me. Regent tried to attack you? Twice. Hahaha, he wasn't serious, I'm sure. You're not trying to insinuate that I believe she spurred on Leon to attack Bad, are you? Leon was never taught to command and to attack people. Regina is incapable of doing anything like that. Besides, Regina had no reason to want to hurt my little brother. Regina and Bad were such a good friends back then. But you still hate Regina. I've got proof of it. What? What are you talking about? Yeah, maybe I overdid it again. But if I can hand something to Acro, maybe I will... Here's proof that you had it out for Regina all along. I don't fucking know. This? Note? Yeah, maybe the note. This? Where did you get it? Regina posted it on the bulletin board in the cafeteria. Before that, it was in her pocket. Yeah, that makes sense. I guess I noticed it. I was in the air around breakfast time. I always take Acro's breakfast in the morning. You wrote this, and then you put it in their pocket. That's right, isn't it? That's right. Well done, Mr. Wright. Nice. Wheelchair. My legs were injured by the Leon 6 months ago. My younger brother, Bat, had a dare with Regina. A dare? An absurd dare. If I can put my head inside the Leon's mouth like you do, you have to go to the movies with me on a date. It's insane. Didn't you know how dangerous that is? We all thought he was being stupid too. That lion was very old to begin with. Age brought with it countless experience in doing that very trick. Unfortunately, this particular time I guess Leon wasn't ready or willing. That's when the accident happened. He just wanted to take her out. To the movies. Poor Bat. When Leon jumped down, I jumped towards him. When Leon attacked me, and that's how I ended up. What about Bat? He's still in a coma. I went to the hospital yesterday to visit him. I see. I'm still waiting for him to open his eyes again. That's the reason why I keep going. Regina and Bat. Bat and Regina. They were such a great friends. Oh yeah, I wanted you to take a look at this. What is it? This is the scarf my brother was wearing when Leon attacked him. Gross. Covered in blood. This scarf. It was present from Regina to my brother to the day of the accident. When he did it, he looked like he was smiling. He? Leon, obviously. Oh. When he bit down on Bat's head, the expression on Leon's face looked like a grin. Nick. I know, most said the same thing. What do you think it all means? I'll be taking that scarf if you don't mind. Miss Von Karma. Already heard everything. Hand over the scarf. But the scarf is evidence in the trial. That is for me to decide. I think we should begin our preparations now, Acro. Preparations? Serve as summons to Acro to appear in the court tomorrow as witness. Acro will talk more at the prosecutor's office. Acro, a witness? Come on, Acro, let's go to the office. Yes, ma'am. Now, what do we do, Nick? How are we going to handle tomorrow? Don't worry about it. I'll figure something out. Look at you at full confidence. You must have found something you can use. This is all beginning to come together now. Is it? I'm still a bit confused. I mean, it could have been Acro trying to revenge the murder of his... Well, not murder, but, you know, what happened to his brother. But he seems so nice, so maybe not. September 30th, 9:41 AM. Good morning, Max! Oh yeah, good morning, sweeties! You seem like your usual sparkling self today. I'm always like this before going in front of an audience. I'm working up to it. Don't get nervous, Maxie. Here, have a glass of milk. Regina! Oh, fabulous, my sweetie pie princess. Came to watch my performance today? Of course I did. Mo told me that I should come and watch this. Mo said that. So what kind of performance will you be up to today? Let me guess, you'll fly at the end? It's not that kind of show. Isn't it right, sweeties? I think my sweetie pie princess doesn't Yeah, she doesn't seem to realize what's going on. Or even if where she is. Well, Max, it looks like it's time to raise the curtain. I'll see you later. Today I'm just a member of the audience. Fabulous! Enjoy yourself out there. Good luck, Max. You're the best. Regina's different, don't you think, Mike? Top of the morning to you. Everybody, let's get ready to stuck in the legal limbo. How low can you go? Oh. Top of the morning to you, governor. Top of the morning. It's the ticket. Attack in the day starts with the energy in the morning. Early bird gets the worm, and then again, worms lack higher brain function. Here, Max, I brought you a present. I have some milk. Oh my, thanks. So how are you today, right? Well, I've got a feeling that today I'm going to face off against the real culprit. You mean Acro? I think he did it? Be careful. He's used to putting his life on the line, literally. He's got guts to spare. If all I've got to worry about is how thin the tightrope is, I'm used to it already. It just means that I won't be able to press him like I can other witnesses. What are we going to do then, Nick? I guess today we'll just have to do it without our usual psychological warfare. Today we rely on evidence. It's the only way we'll get past Acro and the truth. You're right, but it's gonna be tough. Anyways, I want you to make sure that Regina sees it all today. It's important. Then she'll finally have to deal with the reality of what happened to her father. You want us to make sure Regina watches? Yes. That's why I brought her to the court today. What's that supposed to mean? She needs to know that when people die, they don't just become stars. I may be an old-fashioned clown, but I don't believe in people becoming stars. December 30th, 10 AM. Court is now in session for the trial of Maximilian Galactica. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Very well, Miss von Karma. You may proceed with your case. The prosecution would like to revise its previous theory of events. What's the meaning of this? I've discovered a new witness, or shall I say a new eyewitness. One that saw Maximilian Galactica fly off from the scene of the crime. Order, order! I had a feeling some of this would come up. Due to this revision, we are now prepared to explain how the defendant flew that night. An explanation the prosecution will present if the need so arises. In fact, my detective stayed up all night creating a mock-up of the scene, on my orders. Poor Gumshoe. Very well. Please call your witness to the stand. Time to get to work, or shall I say, time to walk the courtroom tightrope. Name and occupation. Cat Dingling, but everyone calls me Acro. I'm employed as an acrobat at the Bareback Circus. Where were you at the night of the crime? I was in my room that night. If you look at the map, you will see the witness's room is near the crime scene. My room is on the 3rd floor, and the crime scene is below my window. Night of the crime, the witness saw something quite shocking. Can you tell us what you witnessed? Okay. There we go. What I witnessed. It was just after 10 PM, and I was resting in my bed. At that time, I heard a large thump noise from outside the window. And a few moments later, I saw someone flying right by my window. It was Max Galactica. I only saw him from behind, but that's who it looked like. To be honest, when I saw that, I thought I was dreaming. This witness testimony matches exactly with the clown. If that's the case, there's very little prosecution need add. All that's left to explain is how the defendant disappeared into the sky that night. Before we get that far, I would like to cross-examine the witness. A foolish choice by a foolish fool who wishes to feel the foolish sadness of a sad fool. A man must know the proper timing for things, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Just like your old friend, Mr. Miles Edgeworth did. Mr. Wright, do you have a problem with the witness's testimony? In the words of Miss von Karma, Mac, what is today's proceedings? There's no way that actually happened. Very well, you may proceed with your cross-examination. Okay, what I witnessed? It was just after 10 PM and I was resting in my bed. You said that you were resting in bed. One would assume that you turned the lights off in your room, correct? That's correct. There are safety lights around the outside of the lodging house. It's so bright sometimes it can make it hard to sleep. If that's the case, wouldn't it be a good idea to close some curtains? I never really thought of that. I guess that means I'm off to buy some curtains. Haha, sometimes I do make myself useful in these chambers. Oh, witness will proceed with his testimony. Around that time, I heard a large thump noise from outside the window. Your room is on the 3rd floor, right? Yes. And you said that you were resting in bed. That is correct. But you were still able to hear a sound from outside. I was indeed. Pressing accurate doesn't seem to get results. And maybe something was contradictory in what he just said right now. I don't know, is there a contradiction? I don't... Maybe? There is contradiction. There is a huge contradiction with the testimony that was just given. There's a contradiction, then prove it with evidence. She's right, let's see some evidence. Do you have any evidence to support your claim and contradiction? The hat, right? This. What is in the world is this? Oh. You just don't get it, do you, Mr. Phoenix Wright? What don't I get? You're not going to be able to get through this one with your usual bluff routine. Your client looks to be ready to take off once again, straight towards a guilty verdict. You were bluffing? I'll not forgive any more mockeries made of this court. Witness, would you mind repeating your testimony? Certainly. And a few moments later, I saw someone flying right by my window. Are you sure it was a human being? Could have been a mannequin, or perhaps a large action figure. Well, setting aside the possibility of a mannequin, an action figure is possible. You have no need to mince words with Phoenix Wright. Justify the truth, only the truth. Just as we were there with you that night. Believe it was a human. Damn, I just strengthened his testimony. Wonder if Acker's statement jives with the facts. There's nothing wrong. What's the matter, Mr. Wright? Nothing, Your Honor. Until I can find a clear contradiction, I should tread lightly. It was a Max Galactica. I only saw him from behind, but that's what it looked like. The light in your room was turned on, then, right? That's true. I was going to bed after all. So with the lights off, you were still able to see the human fly by our window. Safety lights lit things up enough for me to see. Honestly, there was only enough light for me to see the silhouette outside my window. It was the person's back, so I couldn't see the white roses on the front. Did you see any of the other symbols? I clearly saw the silk hat, as well as the cloak wrapped around his body. I'm convinced that the person I saw was Max Galactica. The more I pressed him, the less results I seemed to get, but maybe there was something fishy with this latest bit. Okay, there's a contradiction. Now it's the silk hat. Right. There's a huge contradiction with the testimony that was just given. If there's a contradiction, then prove it with evidence. She's right. Let's see some evidence. Do you have evidence to support your claim? Yes. You claim to have seen the exact thing the mouse saw that night. Do you stand by that? What do you mean? The silk hat? What about the silk hat? I saw it on Max's head as he flew by my window. Well, you should have tried looking down out of your window that night. That would have been quite difficult considering the state I'm in. Just looking outside of the window was tough enough a challenge for me. That's a shame, because you would have noticed the silk hat found on the scene. That's the ringmaster's hat, right? Afraid not. No matter how I look at it, this is the Max's silk hat. Where are you going with this, Mr. Wright? Are you saying that Max has two silk hats? This is handmade, one-of-a-kind model, made only for Maximilian Galactica. Which means, Acro, that you've been fibbing on the stand. Order, order! As always, it looks like someone just has to open their mouth before thinking. Okay, Nick. Well, I opened my big mouth, and now I have to back it up. How about it, Mr. Wright? What would cause this witness to commit perjury in this court? He has a grudge against Max? Oh, doesn't. Does he? No, it doesn't really. Acro was dreaming. I don't think he's the real culprit, is he? Why would he do it? I mean, I can say that, but Acro is the real culprit. Your Honor, on this occasion, the defense accuses Acro himself. On this occasion? Accuses Acro? What in the world are you accusing of? Obviously, we accuse him of the murder of Mr. Russell Berry. Oh! Did he drop the statue on top of him and then pull it up back with a pulley or something? That would make sense. That would kill the ringmaster. Mr. Wright, are you serious? That is serious, Your Honor. Haha, I think your trips to the circus have served you well. You seem to have learned how to try to grab an audience's hearts and minds. Huh? Your Honor, don't allow yourself to be swayed by theatrics. Trying to wow the crowd with smoke and mirrors and the oldest bluff in the book. Really? If you don't believe me, just look at the witness. He's calm enough for it to be almost scary. He's staying rather calm and collected. Mr. Dingling, do you have any response to the defendant's accusations? I don't really need to say a thing, do I? What do you mean? Everyone, take a good look at me. I can't even stand up by myself, let alone leave the lodging house. That's true. I understand that Mr. Wright is just trying to help his client. But to do this by accusing me of a murder of all things. See, even a sliver of common sense makes it clear that accusations is ludicrous. She's right, wait to pick up the disabled of your heartless, cruel man. Phoenix is a poopy head. See that, Mr. Phoenix Wright? We're trying to drum up the support from the peanut gallery, that's how you do it. I think that's enough of this little game. I've got a doctor's note to confirm that Acro is unable to stand under his own power. Maybe the defense is planning on making a claim to counter this as well? I can hear the defense now. Acro had an accomplice. What do you say about this, Mr. Wright? Did Acro have an accomplice? Of course he didn't. Now then, this must be when we get to hear the name of the mystery accomplice. Not this time, with Karma. What? You're not going to sucker me into this one. What are you blabbering about, Mr. Wright? There was no accomplice. Acro planned this committed the murder all by himself. Okay, I get what happened now. But I just don't see the motive so far. Order, order! What are you getting at? Way to keep them on their toes, Nick. Now I'm going to have to prove that it all fits together. I have to show how Acro murdered Russell Berry. Can you do it, Nick? Can you really do that? I know I'm what I can't do. I can't stop now. If I stop attacking, I'm doomed. Alright, then let's do it. Mr. Phoenix, right? If this witness is the killer, then his eyewitness account is all lies, right? Mr. Wright, I would like you to clear something for me. When the crime was committed, exactly where was Mr. Dingling? In his room. He was obviously here the entire time. That's Acro's room. Very simple, eh? Acro was unable to leave the lodging house by himself. In that case, there can be only one correct answer. Acro didn't leave his room to kill the ringmaster. What? Are you nuts? What do you say, Mr. Dingling? It's an interesting theory. Huh? That's it? Considering that what you proposed is impossible, yes, that's it. Mr. Wright? Yes, Your Honor. As the witness has stated, your assertion is impossible. As he's in a wheelchair, there's no way he could go to the scene or be the killer. You've got a point. It seems you've forgotten once again, Mr. Phoenix Wright. The defendant was clearly spotted at the scene of the crime. That's true. Noel said that he saw Max, didn't he? And then he got pulled back with a rope after he killed him. In my eye, it's still impossible for humans to fly. Do you mind if I ask you a question, Mr. Wright? What is it? I understand some of your logic. However, how do you think that I killed him? If I can't leave my room, I obviously couldn't wear Max's costume. How did he do it? That's the next course of a legal buffet. Like, I know how I killed him, but we need to figure it out in game logic, right? Be careful, Nick. If you mess up here... He's right, I can mess up here. I've got to give this some serious thought. I'm sure that Acro killed the ringmaster, and he did it while he was in his room. No doubt about it. Want to enlighten us how Mingling committed the crime, Mr. Wright? Do we have the statue thingy? Oh, the bust. Okay, we can do the bust. Yeah, okay, yeah. Alright, present evidence. I'm going to present some evidence. But what did Mr. Mingling use to commit the crime of the murder against Russell Berry? The bust. What's that? A picture? It is indeed. The problem is with the item that's shown in the picture. The bust? It's quite a large bust. And because it's life-sized, it's also very, very heavy. Heavy? Heavy enough to guarantee certain death. Especially if it was dropped from a third-story window. Ah! See, this is how Acro was able to kill the ringmaster. With the force of gravity and Maximilian Galactica's ample bust. Order, order! You're saying the bust fell onto the ringmaster? A rather simple crime. Even if you were stuck in the wheelchair, it would be incredibly easy to commit. How could he possibly wheel a wheelchair with something so heavy? It's impossible. Well, Acro is an acrobat. He should have more than enough upper body strength to carry something like the bust. Mr. Dingling, how do you respond to these charges? Well, Acro is a lot for words. He should be. He knows that I'm getting close to the truth. Well, Acro, you can run. What much would I say if I were you, Mr. Phoenix Wright? What? Honor, the physical health of the witness is material to this case. Demand that we get a proper testimony from the witness himself. Testimony, you say? Not karma. She's just using this testimony as a ruse to stall for time. There is absolutely no need for such testimony. The defense has its version of the murder. The prosecution has the right to respond. The defense objection is overruled. Why can you see things my way once in a while? Mr. Dingling, I'm sorry, buddy. We need you to testify about your physical condition. If you have any doubts about your ability to testify, we can request expert testimony. The witness will have no problems, however. Let's all be respectful towards them. Thank you. That woman will sink to any lower to win a case. Acro's physical state. I suppose I could have lifted something the size of that bust. A strong upper body from working as an acrobat, and only my legs were injured. However, lifting the bust and looking out of the window would have been impossible. There's no way I could have exerted that kind of force with my lower body. That makes it impossible for me to have known the location of Ringmaster's head. It would be unrealistic for me to drop the bust on him, don't you think? I have no doubts in regards of this witness testimony. It was impossible for him to lift the bust and stick to himself out far enough to look. Not to mention that he could not have known the location of Ringmaster's head. A single false step would have led to even more severe injuries. That's what I was thinking. What is your opinion on the matter, Mr. Wright? I would still like to proceed my cross-examination. He's simply stalling. It's shameful, really. I can't let her get to me. I've got to focus. Alright, and he wanted to kill Regina. I get it now. Okay, I finally figured it out. He gave the paper to Regina, so he wanted to kill Regina. But because the father took it, he killed the father instead. I suppose I could have lifted something the size of that bust. Have you ever lifted up the bust before? No, I've never actually lifted it up with my own two hands. But I should get to it, don't you think? I can't let money outdo me on this. Money? The crazy monkey has lifted Max's bust before? Please continue with your testimony, Mr. Dingling. I have a strong upper body from working out as an acrobat, and only my legs were injured. So what have you been doing to keep in shape? Well, honestly, I've given up on training. I don't have any plans to return to the trapeze or the tightrope. You don't say. But no offense, I'm not worried about losing you to you in a race or anything. Neither am I, Mr. Phoenix Wright. I don't lose either, slowpoke. I mean Nick. Whoa, how did the discussion turn to me all of a sudden? I suppose you could say that I'm stronger than the average bear. However, lifting the bust and looking out of the window would have been impossible. And why is that? Because if I were to do that, I'll end up falling out of the window myself. I still haven't gotten much feeling back in my legs yet. So you couldn't have thrown that bust out of the window. There's no way I could have exerted that kind of force on my lower body. How long do you think your recovery will take? You have to remember that my nerves were severely damaged. I'm currently undergoing some extremely intensive rehabilitation. But it's still going to take a while before I'm back to 100%. Let me remind you of another very important point. If the witness is carrying the bust, he would not be able to see out below the window. That makes it impossible to have known the location of the ringmaster's head. Why do you say it would be impossible? Allow me to explain. Except that it was carrying the bust, I couldn't see below the window. Thus, there is no way I would have known the location of the ringmaster's head. Well, I suppose you've got a point. Hey, Nick, huh? What if you turn things around? Maybe you think of a sort of thing like this. If he knew the location of the ringmaster's head, then he could drop the bust. That does make sense. If only I could prove somehow. Okay, we have the proof. That actor knew the location of the ringmaster's head without looking down. I think I've already explained things sufficiently. Thus, it would be realistic for me to drop the bust on him, don't you think? If all he had to do was drop it, then it wouldn't have been a problem at all. If all I had to do drop it, you're right, I could have done that. However, there is no way that I would land a direct hit on a ringmaster's head. So that kind of thing makes your theory a bit pointless, doesn't it, Mr. Wright? Hacker is strong enough to lift up the bust. The main problem is how we could have aimed for the ringmaster's head. I wonder if we used some kind of tool to aim for the ringmaster. That's the ticket, Nick. Show them what you've got. But be careful, I have to find something that fits perfectly with the case. I remember us finding a sort of tool, but maybe we overlooked something. We don't have the video thing on it, but let's do at least present on this thing. Yes, let's present the paper. The note. This evidence clearly reveals the contradiction in the statement, Your Honor. Exactly are the evidence related? Oh my god, what do you mean? I know how I did it! Just let me fucking reveal it. Ah, the game is trolling me. What about the box? Acro, you didn't really need to lean out of the window, did you? What are you driving at, Mr. Wright? You already knew ahead of time where Ringmaster's head is going to be. Precisely, I may add. You're still hitting things that is pointless, Mr. Wright. Enough stalling, how about you show us some evidence? That I did such a good job hunting. Yes, hurry up and explain the things, Mr. Wright. Maybe you should take a look at this. The key point here is the wooden box. Same wooden box that the victim was found hunched over. The same. The question is, who placed the wooden box here? Who? When Ben and company saw the Ringmaster, they didn't see him holding the box. Which means that this wooden box was already placed at the scene of the crime. I have to admit that your theory makes a lot of sense. The moment that the bust came falling down was exactly the same moment that the Ringmaster lifted up this wooden box. Which means that the answer to all these questions is now crystal clear. You mean, if the bust were to fall upon the point marked by the wooden box, there would be no way that it could miss the head of the victim. Oh! Order, this is unbelievable! Finally, some of these loose ends are starting to time themselves up. I just gotta keep going. There's only one way to go from here forward. The next one is who placed that wooden box at the scene? It was Mr. Dingling, of course. He connected it to a rope, and then all he had to do was lower it down. Oh! Allow me to whip some of you. Mr. Phoenix Wright! Ow! The master head could have been anywhere when he left the box. That's why the box was so specially made. Specially made? Indeed. It had the most peculiar feature. The contents of the box. Do you recall what was inside the wooden box? It was only a small bottle of pepper, wasn't there? Get on with it. Well? What's the matter? Got your tongue? I don't see any relation between the location of the head and the box's contents. Never mind. No, Nick, you didn't think it out. Mr. Wright, do you still have maintained the box had some sort of special feature? Indeed, it had the most peculiar feature. The weight of the box. The box had a remarkable weight. According to the record, it weighs 20 pounds. Just to lift up this wooden box, it would have been required. Oh, I see. One would have to squat down and lift it up with their body, wouldn't you say? That's exactly what I was trying to point out. The box is also very large. The box also has a carrying handles on either side, doesn't it? That is correct. To lift out the box, you would have to squat down. Which means, no matter who you are, your head would be in approximately the same place. Cool. Does he even bother to listen to me anymore? I've heard what you had to say. Huh? I must admit, I'm shocked at your imaginative skills. Did you do it? Did you place this wooden box in the plaza? Mr. Wright may have a imagination, but I could never have done what he's proposing. What? Mr. Wright, do you recall the original location of Max's bust? I remember. Of course I remember. It was on the top of the table in the cafeteria. Then what happened to it? I'd like to remember one important fact, Mr. Wright. I could not possibly leave the lodging house by myself. That means... You understand what I mean, don't you? I may have very well be able to drop the bus from my room. However, how would I have gotten the bus from the cafeteria to my room? The stupid monkey. He said the monkey can take it already. You see, Mr. Phoenix Wright, explain that. Don't forget, you said there was no accomplice. Tells you exactly how the witness would have carried the bus from the cafeteria. Yep, we definitely have a problem here. But this is no place to get perplexed. I've got to get my wits about me and prove things happen once and for all. Alright, Mr. Wright, let's hear your explanation. Let's save. How did a witness get passed from the cafeteria back to his room? Monkey. A monkey? Everyone knows money. He loves shiny objects of any size. Oh, like when he stole the ventriloquist ring. So, are you saying the witness had a monkey steal the bust? Of course he didn't order a monkey to steal it. The monkey stole it on its own, and then brought it back home. Huh? Home? It was in Acro's room. Acro's room? The bust was bronze, wasn't it? Bronze isn't all that shiny. Maybe you should put the whip down sometimes and read the chord record. Ah, those are very nice cards he's holding. Yes, and they are made of platinum, which is very shiny. Ah! Bro. Money is a strong monkey, right? It was easy for him to bring the bust back to your room. If he wasn't able to handle that on myself, I will be market for a new roommate. Order, order! I said order! Miss von Karma, where is the bust in the question at this moment? I don't know. We're searching for it as we speak. This is a rather strange turn of events. But let's say that the monkey has not stolen the bust. What would have happened then? Well, in that event, something else would have been used, the murder weapon. Wait. You mean this bust was the murder weapon, purely by accident? It's possible. Maybe Acro saw Money's mountain of stolen goods and thought to use one of them. Anyways, I think we are more than proven the critical fact. Namely, that it was entirely possible that Acro was the murderer. Moron! Mr. Wright's argument was circular. I'm still a bit dizzy. However, his argument does hold water. There's no denying that. Oh. Don't seem so bamboozled, especially by this fraud of an attorney. Fraud? Forgotten the absolute most important thing, Mr. Phoenix Wright. And what is that? You should know. Forgot that your fraud of a magician client was spotted at the crime scene of the crime. Ah. There is no reason to doubt the clown's testimony. That's true. How do you respond to that, Mr. Wright? Nick, don't let her beat you now. I won't. This is my chance to turn this trial around. When the murder occurred, there were two people at the scene of the crime. No, that's the bust. One was the victim, Russell Berry, and the other was the murderer himself. Answer this and only this, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Who was the murderer the clown saw? The bust. He saw Max's butt. How? Who was the other person Mo saw on the scene? That has nothing to do with the question. Au contraire, mon frère. It does indeed have something to do with the question. Mo said he saw Max's silhouette. But he did not actually see the man himself. It wasn't a human being he saw. How was that possible? Simple, really. What Mo actually saw that night was Max's bust. What are you talking about? Have you tried using your brain at all in this case? The silhouette he saw was wearing a cloak. There's no reason why you couldn't attach a cloak to the bust. It would have been easy to hang one of those cards, of those cards in the bust hands. Idiot, who in their right would put a cloak on the bust? Doesn't matter who put it on the bust. Just wait a minute, Mr. Wright. Who put the cloak on the bust? The question is of the utmost importance to this case, don't you agree? Yeah, he caught me. Let's have it, Mr. Wright. Who put the cloak on the bust? I mean, Acro, right? Maybe? Actually, no, it was him, right? Cool, him? You're saying it was the victim himself, Russell Berry? That's what I'm saying. I mean, the victim himself placed the cloak on the bust. Place the cloak isn't really the right way of putting it. Then what would be the right way of putting Mr. Wright? Explain yourself! Nick, you do really have a handle on all of this? I'm fine, Maya. I'm fine at putting all the pieces together. There's only one picture I can paint anyways. Alright. You want to know what really happened that night? Let's step back in time. Acro used the rope to lower the wooden box onto the scene. Then he attached the rope to the bust. And dangled the bust out of his bedroom window, directly above the wooden box. At the same time, the ringmaster told Max to wait in his room, and went to the scene, of course. At the time, the ringmaster was wearing Max's costume. Perhaps he didn't want anyone recognizing him that night. But just as he feared, he was spotted at the entrance of the lodging house. But none other than the ventriloquist and his puppet, Ben and Trilo. When the ringmaster arrived at the scene, he bent over to lift the wooden box. And that's when Akros took his chance and released the rope. But this is when the magic happens. At the very instant that the bust hit the victim, that seems so unrealistic. You wait a second there, Mr. Phoenix Wright. As much as you try, as much as you scheme, that just isn't true, it can't be. It's still a little early to be getting so upset, Miss Von Karma. This circus isn't over yet. What? The impact of the bust on the victim threw the cloak up, which snagged onto the bust. That impact also caused the sound of certain witness heard, prompting him to take a look. That witness was, of course, Lawrence Mo Curls, the clown. When Mo looked up over his window, the cloak had already snagged onto the bust. Now, having completed the crime, Akron naturally went about pulling up the murder weapon. Of course, he had no idea that Mo saw the bust being raised with the cloak dangling on it, primarily because in his wheelchair he couldn't see out of his window. So he just kept pulling the bust up. And that is how the magical murder disappearing into the sky came to be. You see, the only person who could have pulled this off is the person who was able to drop the murder weapon from above the crime scene. Akro. It could only have been you. Akro's been playing mind games with all of us. He sure has. But he has come to the end of his rope now. So, what now? You've graced us with a rather long-winded tale. But do you have any evidence to prove that your fairy tale is true? Evidence? In this court, only two things matter. The power of evidence and the power of my whip. Don't forget the power of my gavel as well. Mr. Wright, the prosecution brings up a good point. Can we see some evidence? Nick, they say they want evidence. I'll explain how there can only be one possible murder method. But there's still something unusual about most eyewitness account. Unusual? A contradiction, actually. Okay then, use that to get out of this jam. That's enough talking amongst yourselves. Proceed, Mr. Wright. Present some evidence to the court that backs your claims. On hard proof that you have unraveled the trick to this magic case. I'll try the poster. Problem is Max has three symbols. You know, the silk hat, the cloak, and the white roses. Those symbols were a problem numerous times during yesterday's proceedings. In history, there were two contradictions most testimony. The silk hat was one, the white roses were the other. But the theory I just presented explains all of these contradictions. You fool, do you ever shut up? Max's silk hat was found at the scene of the crime. However, remember what Mo said yesterday. He testified that the criminal he saw fleeing the scene was wearing a silk hat. There's only one explanation for that. The silk hat that Mo saw was actually the bust's. Makes sense. If you look at that way, then he did see the silk hat. Well, sort of. Fine, you've got one. But what about the other contradiction? The other contradiction? Remember what the ventriloquist said in the court? He said that he witnessed white roses on Max's chest that night. But the clown's testimony doesn't match. The clown said that there were no white roses. I'd like to see you try and explain that one away. Can you do it, Nick? Of course, I can explain all of it. What was that? Please recall the instant when the cloak was snagged onto the bust. With the cloak snagged up to the bust, what happened to the white roses? get it yet? The cloak got snagged up onto the front of the bust. It means that the white roses would end up on the back of the bust. Ah! But it explains why Mo didn't see them. White roses were not visible because they were on the back side of the bust. Order, order! This is quite a shocking state of affairs. Mr. Wright's theory still sounds a bit absurd to me. However, let's just keep going this road for a while and see where it leads. Let's do it, Nick. Maybe when Karma will find it through the towel. Well, so much for that theory. Mr. Wright, do you mind? What is it? You took the time to research our circus, didn't you? Well, yes, I did. Is there something making you think that I didn't? If you did, then maybe you'll understand why I think you're off track. Why is that? Motive. This witness feels an incredible depth of gratitude towards the ringmaster. Anyone with any relation to the circus is well aware of this. Yeah, he didn't want to kill the ringmaster. We already know that. He wanted to kill the daughter. Thus, there is absolutely no way someone like this would kill the ringmaster. Your Honor, I would like you to hear Acro's story. Learn about his relation with the ringmaster and his life up till now. What do we do? There's no doubt that Acro deeply respected the ringmaster. Acro's motive, huh? It seems that this case isn't over yet. Very well. However, I feel this is a good place to take a break. I'll listen to the rest of the Mr. English testimony after a recess. This court will now take a 10-minute recess. Okay. Just a sec. Alright. December 30, District Court. Okay. I can't believe it, Acro! It's pretty shocking, isn't it? Definitely is, and to think he was always the most straightforward to the group. Jeebus, am I that hated? Acro tried to pin the murder on your purpose. He did. But I'm nothing but a little old nobody, you know? But you're not, which is kind of the reason why. Hey pal, you're gonna ignore me after I went all this trouble to bring you some evidence? Ah, Detective 𝐒𝐲𝐬. Ah, forget it, I'm going home. This guy deserves to be guilty anyways. Oh no, Detective, I'm sorry. Look, why don't you relax a little? I've got some really tasty milk. How about a card trick, Detective? Oh, well, if you insist. Now about that evidence you mentioned, what is it? Here we go. Huh, that was yesterday in Acro's room. And I've included forensic results. Take a look at it later. Won't Mrs. Von Karma be mad that you're doing this? That's why this is all a secret. Huh? Look, details are underneath, no basis. But everything that's happened in court up till now is gone into our plan. So what's on it? Small quantity of pepper. I see. I don't know. Miss Von Karma didn't seem in control of things in there just now. We'll figure it out eventually, pal. Yesterday, our final plans were set in motion. Final plans? Huh? That reminds me, I've got a message from the prosecutors for you. Nothing is ever truly decided until the very end. That's it. And that's it for me too, pal. I'm out of here. What do you mean by the very end part? I'm not sure. It was all pretty cryptic to me. Oh, one more thing. Ah, don't scare me like that. It looks like there's a large care package from the circus for the defendant. What? For me? It's milk. The reception area looks like some kind of dairy. So hurry up and drink it all before it spoils. The entire dairy's worth of milk for me! Court is now back in session. Miss Von Karma, please continue from where we left off. I'd like to continue with Acro's testimony, starting with his relation to the victim. I'd like to get proof from the offense. Proof of what kind of motives Acro would have to commit this crime. Understood. Now, Mr. Dingling. Yes, Your Honor. Please proceed with your testimony. Finally, we get the motive. Wait, Nick, are you okay? Just do me a favor and don't ask questions you don't want to answer to. When we were little, we were abandoned by our parents. This was ringmaster of the very big circles Russell Berry took us in. I became an acrobat at around 9 years old. I had to find a way to repair the ringmaster. That was my sole purpose in life. You're such a thoughtful man. As you heard, the witness deeply respected the victim. I wonder how anyone could think that Acro would kill the man he held in such high esteem. You're absolutely right. How would anyone think that, Mr. Wright? Which is why there's no real need for extra examination, is there? Actually, that's the question I'm trying to answer myself. Why would Acro kill the ringmaster? This might be my last chance to answer that question. I mean, should I cross-examine? I mean, of course I will, right? No. No, because that doesn't matter. He didn't want to kill the ringmaster. No need to question him now. There's no need to cross-examine this witness. What's that? Why was the ringmaster murdered? There's no need to delve that bit of testimony when I know the answer already. Huh? Mr. Wright, I would like to ask you a question. Go ahead, Your Honor. I would just like to know. Can you provide an explanation as to why Acro would want the ringmaster dead? I can't provide one. Nick? Yeah, I didn't even think about this. It was obvious from the start. Your Honor, the reason that Acro killed the ringmaster is something that I can't be proven. What? That's because Acro had no reason to kill ringmaster at all. How? Your foolish attempts to fool us like foolish fools is so full-heartedly foolish. You forget you made an accusation against the witness, did you not? I believe it was this is the real killer of the Russell Berry ringmaster. If you want to jump to the end of things, then yes, that sounds about right. The end of things? Acro? You didn't plan to kill the ringmaster at all, did you? The ringmaster wasn't your target that night. What did you just say? I'm saying that the target of this witness murderer's plot was not the ringmaster. Because it was never his intention to kill Russell Berry to begin with. What? Order, order! Bailiff, I don't care who it is, smack anyone who's loud in the face. Twice if you must. Mr. Wright, what in the world are you trying to do in my court? Oh! Mr. Phoenix Wright, what in the world are you trying to do in this court? You're attempting to imply that Acro was trying to kill someone else? Regina. Regina Berry? This young girl is the ringmaster's daughter, correct? Bro, you were really aiming for her that night, weren't you? You don't need to answer that. It's just a mean-spirited leading question. He could easily answer this question. If I'm wrong, all he has to say, you are wrong, that's it. That's it, huh, Mr. Wright? Enough, Mr. Wright, allow me to... Oh, the only thing allowed to interrupt me is death itself. Huh? And that goes for you too, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Show me evidence, now! I want to know why Acro would want to kill Regina Berry. Oh, yes, me too, I demand to see what I can prove. Present evidence that proves that Acro is out to kill his young girl. The scarf, right? Do we have anything about like the information? I mean, I guess I can do that. Alright, Mr. Wright. At this point, this is the only thing that is important as evidence. It's better to be bluff. You're not going to... Oh! You're not going to fool me, Mr. Phoenix, right? No star finish each other's sentences. Oh my god. Okay, maybe we show the bat instead. Or maybe in a note. this note. Okay. Bro, you remember this, don't you? It's a piece of paper that we found inside the ringmaster's tailcoat. Inside the victim's tailcoat, Akro wrote this note. It's ironically entitled to the murderer. Its purpose was to call someone to the plaza at 10 PM. We were saying that you called Russell Berry with that note. Yes, but there's just one little problem. Problem? Akro did indeed place this note into someone else's pocket. However, that someone was not the ringmaster. You mean it wasn't for the... That's exactly what I mean. The person that his note was intended for was none other than Regina Berry. Order, order! Mr. Wright, this little theory of yours. It's a trivial honor. It isn't a theory. Simply put, Regina didn't think the note was meant for her, which is why the morning of the crime she placed it on the cafeteria bulletin board. That's when her father, the ringmaster, saw the note. That's correct. The ringmaster ended up in the plaza instead of Regina. He was killed because of that mistake, instead of Regina. That's incredible! Remember the testimony that Akro gave us earlier today. Lifting the bus and looking out of the window would have been impossible. There's no way I could have exerted that kind of force on my lower body. If I were to do that, I would end up falling and out in the window outside myself. I had no idea who it was that arrived in the plaza, because he couldn't look down out of his window to see who it actually was. I've got it! Akro thought it was Regina down in the plaza. That's when he let the bus fly. Hey Nick, isn't Regina listening to all this from the audience? She is, unfortunately. It's only gonna get harsher from here. I hope Regina can handle it. Akro wrote this note to Regina! Foolishly foolish fool. You're so foolish, you've made even sound like a forlornly fool. Very well, Mr. Phoenix Wright. If you're so sure, then tell us about this line. I have conclusive evidence of what took place. Yes? What about that line? Well, if the note was meant to Regina Berry, it would mean that this note is declaring Regina Berry is a murderer. You just don't get it, do you? What did you just say? The ringmaster knew what the note meant, which is why he went to the plaza, in place of his lovely daughter. Hold it right there, Mr. Wright. What is this incident that is alluded to the note? Incident 6 months ago. I know all about it. An indictment occurred 6 months ago, and now I'm more than ready to show this court what happened at that time. Moron! Wait, are you sure that it relates to the present case? It does indeed, Your Honor. Everything in this case is, it's starting in what happened 6 months ago. Really, Nick? I think so. Well then, if that's the case, hurry up and tell us about it. What is this conclusive evidence mentioned in the notes? I'd like to know exactly, know what it is. If I can answer that question, the judge is going to think I'm bluffing. Let's save, just in case. The conclusive evidence about this indictment 6 months ago is actually... the pepper. Huh? Achoo! 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 What kind of spicy joke is this, Mr. Phoenix Wright? This isn't a joke at all. That's the decisive evidence you asked for. What do you mean? Recall that victim was trying to take the wooden box away with him? He was doing so because this piece of decisive evidence is what was inside. Another unbelievable conclusion. Very well, Mr. Wright. So what exactly are you saying? Are you claiming Regina Berry killed someone with a small bottle of pepper? Taking the note into account, that's the only logical conclusion you can draw. Foolish fool who never tries to his own foolish ways. You're so sure, Mr. Phoenix Wright, that answer this question. Who was Regina Berry's intended victim? Pat. Who is this? It's Akro's younger brother. What does this prove? His younger brother isn't dead. Technically, that's true. However, Bat has been in a coma for 6 months now. It's not a stretch to see how Akro could feel that his brother is dead. Regina, she did that to him? You spend your entire life dreaming up new ways to be a fool? Naturally, the prosecution has looked into Acro's brother's shamed inkling. 6 months ago, he was bit by a lion and fell in his current comatose state. A lion? Miss Regina Barry is an animal tamer by trade. However, no tamed animal in that position is ever trained to attack another human. They wouldn't understand the command. Moreover, Miss Regina could never do something like that. It's just not in her. So then what happened to Acro's brother? He's not the victim of the attempted murder, he's the victim of an accident. I see. Now what do? No one seems to be going along with your theory. You think what happened to Bad was actually an accident? It was more than that, right? The lion biting Bad was no accident at all. What? You're such an amateur, Mr. Phoenix Wright. There is no way that Regina would ever incite her lion to attack another human being. He may not have incited the lion to attack another human being, but Regina is responsible for making the lion bait Acro's brother Bad. The scarf, right? It must be the scarf. That's just the scarf, bro. This scarf is something that Bad used to wear, correct? That's right. And who is the one who gave this scarf to Bad? Regina. Regina gave it to him. Regina? There's something more than just blood on this scarf, Your Honor. And what that might be? Pepper? Pepper. Regina gave the scarf to Bad right before the accident. And she covered it with as much pepper as she could. Hey, what's with the silent treatment? Excuse me, Mr. Wright. You've done a good job of fingering criminal. But out of curiosity, what was her crime? Miss Berry gave a pepper-covered scarf to Bad as a present. Where's the crime in that? It still seems like the judge doesn't get it. Mr. Phoenix Wright, wasn't it said the lion seemed to be smiling? Smiling? The lion was smiling? Right before Bad was bit by the lion. For a moment, the lion's mouth changed and then it looked like he was smiling. Lions smile? I've never heard of them smiling, however. Lions sneeze. What? What? Lion wasn't trying to bite Bad at all. In reality, all he actually did was sneeze. He sneezed because of all the pepper on the scarf. What? You fool! You've got to be kidding me. What's the matter, Miss Von Karma? I object, for objection's sake. Mr. Phoenix Wright, this theory, you believe it? You really intend to say that this is how the joke of an accident actually happened? Of course I do. It's the truth. The lion sneezed due to the pepper, and that's when Bad lost consciousness. Acro nearly lost his brother to his accident, or this joke as he put it. Which is why I tried to get his revenge against Regina. You foolish idiot. It almost does seem like a terrible joke. Doesn't it? Once again, I'm impressed by your imagination, Mr. Wright. Huh? I think that there's someone who treats this accident with the respect it deserves. Are you telling me that what I said was true? Crow? You don't mean you can mean a witness? Are you confirming the defense's claim? Mr. Wright, unfortunately, your imagination is not enough to find me guilty of murder. What do you mean by that? The pepper, the scarf, the lion. I see where you're going, but it's a bit hard to swallow. Not to mention the fact that there's an even bigger problem with your theory. What would that problem be? The same problem it's always been, evidence. I dropped Max's bust on the top of Ringmaster. Where is the evidence that proves that claim? You mean the conclusive evidence? The biggest problem is the murder weapon, or the lack of thereof to be more precise. Murder weapon. The bust that the defense claims was used. If that were to be found in Acro's room, if it was covered in the victim's blood, that would be awfully conclusive in my eyes. Yes, it would be. The bust. Nick, you've got to do something. This is the last step. If I get this one right, the case is won. Let's see how things work out first. It might be worthwhile to search Acro's room, but... How are you going to search his room? Looks like you finally figured things out, didn't you? Now you know the true meaning of one karma total justice. I guess I figure with you, that's the least I should expect. You would have no stone unturned. One karma never leaves anything to chance. We already searched Acro's room yesterday. What did you find? There's no reason to even say it. If you found what you think we found in that room, Acro would not be here as a witness. To put a point on it, Max Bust was not in the room. The murder weapon is still unaccounted for. You see, Mr. Wright, the bust wasn't in my room. Furthermore, Detective 𝐒𝐩𝐞𝐜𝐬 executed a search by complete surprise. We took Acro directly to the prosecutor's office after that. End of story. Just wait a second, something's funny about all this. Just wait a second, something's funny about all this. It looks like you lacked the final name to put it into my own coffin. But, what about the scarf? What about the note? What about them, Mr. Wright? No offense, but the only evidence that is relevant here is that which pertains to the death of the ringmaster. You should know that by now. Ah! Do something, Nick. Don't let this case slip away. The bust, where is it now? Where's the bust right now? At the hospital, maybe? You're Phoenix Wright. You know where the bust is. I'm sure you do. There's not even a clue. How am I supposed to know where the bust is? It seems this case is coming to a close. The defense's current arguments look to have fallen short. Thank you for your support. Terribly sorry, Mr. Wright. Oh, in his wheelchair! Thing that brings to end to the cross-examination of his witness. Hold it! That's the only place it could be. Where is Max's bust? The defense needs time to prepare for President Lace. Okay, sorry, I'm a bit nervous, so just bit my tongue. Huh? What? I need time to do what? I need time to do— Ow! Why are you the most surprised person here? She's your aide, isn't she? You really have a case to present, Mr. Wright? Whoa, are you asking me? This is up to you, Nick. Good luck. Hey, wait, you can't be serious. Acrobats always have their lives on lines, don't they? That's how Acro's lived his life up till now. Now it's the time for us to walk across our own tightrope. If we don't, we are certain to lose. Very well, the defense may proceed. He doesn't have a clue, and I don't think he'll be finding one anytime soon. Walking the tightrope of logic, there's no room to false step. Sink or swim, the only way through is forward. Murder weapon, where is Max's bust now? Somewhere in this courtroom. It's obvious, the bust is inside this very courtroom. It's obviously where? Allow me to pinpoint the location of the bust once and for all. The witnesses stand. Acro, I'm sorry to ask this, but do you mind if I take the blanket of your wheelchair? I'm sorry, I didn't quite hear you, Mr. Wright. Well, you're a big guy, and you have a pretty big wheelchair because of it. I just wanted to make sure you weren't hiding anything under that blanket. Because it seems to me it would be really easy to say, hide a bust under there. Ha 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 ha! Once again, your penchant for humor hits me where it hurts, Mr. Wright. I think it's pretty amazing that you can laugh in your position. However, your lightheartedness doesn't change the fact that the bust is under there. We all know that you can't leave the lodging house by yourself in your condition. That proved inconvenient when Mrs. von Karma happened to search your room yesterday. If she had found a murder weapon in your room, it would have been all over. Which is why you had to hide it, and the only place that you could hide it. under your wheelchair. Which is why, 𝐒𝐸𝐽, I have to ask you again. Would you please remove the blanket from your lap? Well done, Mr. Wright. Well played. You fool! How could you? You've got me. I've been bagged by a real pro. Actually, two of them. Mr. Franziska 𝐒𝐲𝐬𝐚𝐥𝐬 and Miss Phoenix Wright. What? There's just one thing I would like to know. How do you know to launch a surprise search on my room last night? Huh? There were two pieces of offensive evidence, the cloak and the bust. I burned the cloak in my room and threw the ashes away with the trash. Regina always took my trash out every morning, you know. But the bust, obviously I couldn't throw that away. When I executed the search, all I could do was try and hide the bust. The only place that I could hide it quickly was under my wheelchair. Miss 𝐒𝐲𝐬𝐚, you had things all figured out, didn't you? I was completely sucked in by your calculated strategy. Now to be caught in it, middle of court hiding the murder weapon, there's no way I can escape that. They've got me. Well done, Mr. Wright. Well done, Miss 𝐒𝐲𝐬𝐚. It all makes sense now. I believe that 𝐒𝐲𝐬𝐚 thought it far ahead. Amazing. You definitely couldn't tell by looking at her. I know, sure you couldn't. I can believe it. Me made a mistake. Why did I order a surprise search of your room? If only I hadn't done that. It seems we finally arrived at the truth. 𝐒𝐸𝐽? Yes, Your Honor. Did you kill the ringmaster of the big circus, Miss Russellberry? Yes, Your Honor. I'm responsible for that crime. 𝐒𝐸𝐽. All my brother wanted Regina to like him. That's why he would tease her. One day, my brother sprinkled some pepper on Regina. She started sneezing so hard, you couldn't help yourself from laughing. That's why Regina thought it would be funny to get him back in the same way. That's why she covered the scarf with pepper. I know she didn't mean for anything bad to happen. I know this. She just wanted to make my brother sneeze a few times too. But I just couldn't forgive her, no matter what. What am I truly guilty of? I'm guilty of never ever being able to understand her. Your brother became a star. Regina believes that in so purely. But she would laugh innocently when saying it. Too innocently. I just couldn't stand it. No matter how hard I tried. That's when I decided to do something about Regina. How dreadful. So you're saying that you are a victim in all of this? Well, no. That's not what I mean. I'm nothing but a murderer. That's who I am. At first I thought I would kill myself, then I pondered about giving myself up. But I couldn't just up and leave. I just couldn't, not yet. That's why I tried to pin this on Max. Max, I'm so sorry. I just couldn't up and leave yet. This has been such a strange case. It's almost a reflection of our circus itself. I'm an idiot! I can't believe it! You beat me again! I believe this case is now beyond any point of possible discussion. Thus, I would like to declare my verdict. Not guilty. This court is adjourned. December 30th. Fabulous! But to be honest, I can't really be too happy about this. 𝐒𝐸𝐽, the ringmaster, Regina, and Bat. Not a single one of them was a bad person inside, huh? That's a good question, and one I don't know the answer to. Many congrats, but only at max a million of them. Thank you. What's with the vibe in this room? We're just thinking about 𝐒𝐸𝐽. No. If you worry about the people too much, then you'll be like this forever, and never be happy. Huh? Well, it's been like this for a while now. Wah, it's all my fault. Wah. Sweetie pie. What in 𝐒𝐸𝐽? They're never coming back. No, now everyone's gonna split up. Regina, Mr. Wright, tell me something. What do you want to know, Regina? I said something right at the end. I just couldn't up and leave yet. Does that mean that Acro... Is he gonna try and get his revenge on me? I don't think so. He's not gonna do that to you, Regina. Sure, I'm really sure, I can believe that. Yep. Acro doesn't have any desire for revenge anymore. That's true, then what I want to see some evidence. Huh? I wanna know why you're not just making up stuff about Akron wanting revenge. I don't have any evidence. Let's give her the poster. What about this? Now do you understand there's no need to worry? Wow, you're lying to me! No one ever tells me the truth. No one ever tells me what's going on. Ah, looks like I made a mistake with that one. Poor Regina. Hey, Max. What is it, Mo? We really put you through a lot, didn't we, buddy? I'm sorry about what happened. So whenever you'd like to leave us, I'll pay your fee and rip up the contract. I understand. What a fabulous thing to do for me. I might even leave tomorrow. What's going to happen to the circus now? That's the big question. Our ringmaster was really an amazing person, wasn't he? Even though he's not here anymore, everyone is sticking together. The staff, the performers, no one wants to leave the circus. That's why I've made a decision. What is it? I decided that I will take over as the new ringmaster. I'll turn the circus into the best circus this world has ever seen. The best circus in the world has ever seen? Don't laugh. That's quite a goal. Yay, I can't wait. Then I guess that changes things. Huh? There's only one thing the best circus the world has ever seen needs. The world's best illusions. Which means the circus needs the best magician the world has ever seen. Max, let's work together and make our circus super fabulous. What do you say, big guy? I don't know what to say. All I can say is thank you. Regina, you're gonna help him out too, aren't you? I don't know. Maybe the circus would be better without me. What are you talking about, Regina? Why do you think that I brought you to court today? We got to work together to make Very Big Circus bigger than it's ever been. Oh. That's right, sweetie pie. It can be the Very Big Circus without Regina Berry. Max. Nick. It seems everything's going to turn out alright here. I can't wait to see the best circus the world's ever seen. I'll save you the most fabulous seats. It will take us a while to get ready, but I'm going to order special whoopee cushion seats. Alright. I see. What made the case? Mystery surprise rate. It really paid off. Just like you said it would, sir. You had it all figured out, didn't you? It was just a theory. If Acro really was the killer, I thought this was the only way it could end. Especially if he was the defense attorney. You mean Mr. Wright? Of course. Well, detective, my plane is about to leave. As for Mr. Acro's case, you no need to worry. I plan to personally stop by Chief Prosecutor's office as soon as I get back. Understood, sir. I'll be waiting for you, Mr. Edgeworth. Edgeworth! Is he gonna come back for the episode 4? That would be cool. That would be really cool. Oh, of course, yes. I'm excited. Brand new episode has been added. Okay. Save. No. Yes, actually, yes. This way. So this one is a lot of parts again. Okay, that's gonna take a while. Alright, what happened? Now, the moment you've been waiting for! Who will be this year's Grand Prix champion? Who will be our hero of heroes? Is it Max? Is it Max? Oh no. Will it be last year's runner-up, Jamming Ninja, or maybe Saipan all the way from the lovely tropical Saipan? I see the Starry School are raring to win. We hope Lady Luck with all our heroes tonight. And now, the winner of the 3rd annual Hero of Heroes Grand Prix. It's me! Wow, the true hero of the night has appeared in our midst. It looks like this year's Grand Prix goes to the fantastic warrior. The 𝐒𝐩𝐞𝐜𝐬 Samurai. Too bad, Jamming Ninja. Looks like the title eluded you again this year. March 20, 7:42 PM. Gatewater Hotel, Viola Hall. Alright, yes. Did you hear that, Nick? Did you hear the 𝐒𝐞𝐜𝐬 Samurai? He did it! Yeah, he sure did. I'm getting too old for this. I'm proud of the guy who's doing the series justice. So the person everyone was cheering for, he got the prize? Yep. You know who we're talking about, right, Burley? The 𝐒𝐞𝐬𝐬 Samurai. No, every Sunday I only watch the educational channel's Kids Masterpiece Theater. Okay, that's it. Now on, it's the 𝐒𝐞𝐬𝐬 Samurai. All the kids watch it. You like the 𝐒𝐞𝐬𝐬 Samurai too, Mr. Nick? Nah, Mick's an old fart, so he's not allowed to watch it anymore. That's right, but I do like Kids Masterpiece Theater. Hey, I didn't know you were so young at heart, Nick. Mr. Nick, you're a grown-up. You're not allowed to watch it anymore. You're supposed to act your age and have interest in that match. It's very important. Oh, give it a rest, Burley. Looks like I made the right choice in inviting everyone here. I'm glad you're all having a good time. Ah, it's like a dream. Too bad for the Jamming Ninja though. Last year I lost to the Pink Princess, warrior of the little old TTeu. I thought this might be his year. Yeah. Oh hey, did anyone else think that the Jamming Ninja looked a bit different today? Different? What do you mean? Well, he wasn't carrying his bright red guitar. Hey, you're right. Strange he would walk around without his signature guitar. I will never understand these people and their shows. Anyway, Mr. Powers, thank you very much for tonight. Oh, it was nothing. I owe you one. So it's just my way of saying thanks. Hey, Nick. Come on, it's time to get going to the lobby. There's a post-ceremony stage show that's supposed to start real soon. And then, I heard there's going to be a press conference after that. A press conference? Is he going to speech about winning the Sears prize? Well, not exactly. Something about the 𝐒𝐞𝐬𝐬 Samurai confessing something. Confessing? Sounds pretty serious. Ah, Nick, come on! Don't want us to be the last ones there, do you? Hey, Mr. Nick, do you? Why me? The show doesn't even start for another 20 minutes. Well, Powers. Thank you very much for inviting us today. Oh, it was nothing, really. Guys like us don't get to come to a place like this often, so I thought I would invite you all. Mr. Powers, what have you been up to lately? Well, since the Pink Princess suddenly wrapped up last month, I've been on a kids' exercise show, while wearing a rabbit mask over my face. Oh, I see. I'm still really sorry about the headache I caused you last time, Mr. Wright. Well, what's done is done, so let's forget about it. This is Will Powers. He's an action star. His popularity exploded when he was the 𝐒𝐸𝐿 Samurai, and he was the first case Maya worked on with me. It's too bad he looks scary, or people would know you're a real softie who's good with kids. Thanks. The 𝐒𝐸𝐬𝐬 Samurai. I can't believe they are going to make a movie based on the 𝐒𝐸𝐬𝐬 Samurai. I can't believe it either, but for a different reason. 𝐒𝐸𝐿 Samurai, epic story of one hero in a desperate fight against his arch nemesis, the evil magistrate, the city of the Neo-Old Tokyo. And last year they started a new series, the 𝐒𝐸𝐬𝐬𝐬 Samurai. The new series seems to be a hit with the kids too. I'm really attached to the Steel Samurais of a show. So I was hoping that maybe I'd get a chance to do something in this new one. Yeah, it's too bad. It would be awesome to see him with a new actor, Matt Engarth. He's super popular right now. Mr. Engarth? Looks like Bros doesn't know who he is. This year, it's going to be the Nickel Samurai versus the Jammin' Ninja at the box office. Jammin' Ninja? What's that again? So who's this Jammin' Ninja again? He's a hero, duh. His symbol is the bright red guitar he's always carrying. A ninja who's always carrying around a bright red guitar? How does that even work? With a scarf around his neck and a guitar in his hand, he rises to stardom in an ancient time. A ninja who becomes a star? Yeah, a ninja who becomes a star. There's a strong rivalry between the two of them. Global Studios Nickel Samurai and Worldwide Studios Jammin' Ninja. They even air at the same time. You know what I heard? I heard those two don't get along at all. The Nickel Samurai is Engarth and the guy who plays the Jammin' Ninja, I mean. Nickel Samurai speaks of French. Oh, you mean Matt Engarth, the actor? I guess even the world of the heroes is a partly happy place. Yeah. Wow, what is this place? It looks like I stumbled into Oz or something. Way in the back, there's the sign for the bathroom. Maybe I should visit it before the show starts. There are toilets in each room in this hotel, but since all sorts of events are held here, there are bathrooms for people who are staying here to use as well. Perfect for people like me, who can't afford to stay here in the first place. There's a piece of paper taped to the door that says Juan Corrida's room. Juan Corrida, his name just sounds like a star name. I've heard it before, but I don't know anything about it at all. Sounds like the post-ceremony show is about to start. Alright, I'm so pumped. I wonder if he's going to show off his special move today. Nickel Samurai Smelton. Actually, that's what I'm interested in more is the press conference. You mean the big confession the Nickel Samurai is going to make after the show? So what is it? Don't you know what it is about, Mr. Powers? Well, I'm not the Steel Samurai anymore, so I don't have any idea. Sorry. So I guess you are all going to the press conference then. Yeah, of course. If that's the case, then here, take these tickets so you can get in. Okay, nice. Thank you very much. Let's get going to the lobby. Looks like it's over this way, Mr. Nick. Okay. For the great justice. Only a really gaudy hotel would have such a large gaudy lobby to match. I think they're going to have the post-ceremony show over there. They're just using Copa stage, I see. Oh, I'm actually really ready to use my special samurai power. It looks like she's ready to start a fight. Your attention, please. Your attention, please. The Nickel Samurai's post-ceremony stage show will not be held tonight due to unforeseen circumstances. What? Why? Oh, you didn't have to pinch me. Pinch yourself if you believe it. You're asking for everyone's cooperation at this time. So please, stay where you are. This is a special request from the police. Huh? Police? Did you just say the police? Do you want me to go check out what's going on? Wait, I'll come with you. Freeze! You two, didn't you hear the announcement just now? I just finished telling you not to move. That voice, I've heard that voice somewhere before. Honestly, youth these days can be bothered to listen to other people when they talk. Just the other day it was the same thing. Beware, bridge out, and the kid goes to the bridge, and then blah blah blah. This non-stop chatter. It can't be. Miss Oldback? What is it, you young whippersnappers? Do I know you? Wait, you're Powers, aren't you? Yeah, oh, but what happened back then? You didn't even get nominated this year, did you? Oh, that's right. You're in that children's exercise program, trying to play nice. Oh yeah, that's me. Thankfully, I still have a job. Love that show. And you're a hoot. You're a big brother, even the face covered with mask. What a work of art. Who knows how many TVs you would break? They're getting what they deserve. What are you doing here? Look at my uniform and tell me you can tell I'm a member of security. That outfit. Annoying noisy brats, get the blaster. Rat-a-ta-ta-ta. Wendy Oldback. Miss Oldback, what are you doing here? What happened to your old position in Global Studios? Oh, that old place? Well, since that incident, I've been letting people go. When they cut the security team, I got the pink slip. What incident? What did you do? I didn't do anything, youngin. Don't you remember? That incident a year ago. This lady got on the witness stand and testified. Yeah. And weren't you the one who was bullying me? This fragile girl at heart? I played the fifth. But I think maybe I rubbed the wrong management the wrong way while testifying. Yes, that has to be it. Everything is all your fault. Me? I thought about being a bodyguard at first, after being handed all pinky. You? A bodyguard? For your friend, that fiery, good-looking guy with the red jacket and the ruffles. Mr. Edgeworth? What? That sort of arrangement would be entirely too troublesome for me. When he said that to me, what did I ever do to deserve that? What happened? So did something happen? I don't have all the details, but it looks like another one of those incidents happened again. An incident? Like a murder kind of incident? Maybe. You see, I'm a bit of a devilish woman. So wherever he goes, showers of blood are sure to follow. I didn't know that. Then shouldn't he quit just being a security guard, at least for other people's sake? Silence, whippersnapper! Hey, Nick. What is it? I don't like the devilish smile playing on your lips. Let's make like we are going to the bathroom and check things out. No way, the police told us not to go anywhere, remember? How boring! You're such a boring guy, you've got no motivation, no spirit. What's going on? Are you giving us Mystic Maya trouble again, Mr. Nick? How do you do, Pearls? Please don't stick your little nose into this one. So listen to this, Pearly. This one time at lawyer camp, Nick. Oh, okay, I get it. Let's go take a look. Yay! I knew you couldn't say no to me, Nick. That's right. You'd walk over miles of hot coals for Mystic Maya. Wouldn't you, Mr. Nick? That would be every time we work on a case together. Well, what are we waiting for? Let's go already. You can come along too, Pearly. Goody! I get to come. I get to come. There's nothing really out of the ordinary here. Are you looking for the incident that the lady was talking about? Doesn't look like it happened here. Well, we'd better go look somewhere else. Alright then, let's try. Excuse me. Are you by chance Miss Maya Faye? Yeah, that's me. You have a phone call waiting for you at the front desk. A call? I wonder if it's someone from Korean Village. What's wrong, Mystic Maya? Oh, nothing. You guys go on ahead, and I'll be right there, okay? Okay. Right this way, Miss Faye. Let's go look somewhere else now, Mr. Nick. Yeah, okay. This looks a little exciting and a little scary. I told you! Get people into info they want, which means that I've got a right to know. Don't care who you are, pal. We're still investigating, so you can't go in. What's your problem? Just you wait, I'll be all over the morning paper. Scruffy Detective's secret scandal revealed. You'll see. I'll get you back. Those two sound pretty serious. That southern accent can only mean... Hey, right? Hey, Lola. Come on, do a gal a favor and tell this cop I'm just doing my job and I've got rights. Ah, you! Detective 𝐒𝐸𝐞𝐜𝐬. Hey pal, help a guy out. Tell her that only the police are allowed here. This is the scene of a murder, so she should leave this to the pros. Murder? Oh shoot, me and my big mouth. See, I knew it. My gut instinct told me so. I always trust my gut. A murder, it said, and that's what it is. A genuine murder. Hey, wait. Yeehaw, murder! A big star, no less. Oh man, I'm in trouble now. What happened? So Detective 𝐒𝐸𝐿. A murder? Ah no, that's not it. I got my facts mixed up for a second there, pal. Mr. Nick, is that person the Nickel Samurai? Huh? Why do you ask? Well, Mystic Maya was rooting for him, so... It wasn't the Nickel Samurai that got bumped. Actually, the Nickel Samurai is the one under suspicion of doing the bumping off. What? The guy that died was this hero named 𝐒𝐸𝐞𝐜𝐬, pal. The 𝐒𝐒𝐸𝐞𝐜𝐬? What a heart. That woman with the big puffy hair that looks like a cotton candy. I mean, Laura? That woman. She was there that time too, right? That time? When Mystic Maya did that channeling. Oh, that time. Well, Laura's a journalist, so that's why she was there. Journalist. It looks like she was hanging around there before the murder happened. Hanging around? Yeah, I didn't wait in front of the 𝐒𝐸𝐴 store, pal. Why would she? She wouldn't tell me, pal. Just said something about getting my big scoop. Scoop? What sort of news could she be after? The victim. So the victim was the 𝐒𝐸𝐴. Mr. 𝐒𝐸𝐴. He was on the really popular rival TV show, The Nickel Samurai. Oh. The victim was the action star, Juan Corrida. He got a huge push and rode the express train to the stardom. I mean, even I know who he is. Even I recognize his face. But I heard lately that Matt and Guard has been taking the wind out of his sail. I'm telling you, pal, as far as who's popular, those two are hooking all the limelight. I guess there's no space for Mr. Powers at all, huh? Poor guy. Mr. Enguard, huh? That's a Nickel Samurai, right? Yep. I mean, no, you've got to say it with more umph. The Nickel Samurai! Anyway, so now that Juan Corrida's gone, that means Mr. Enguard has the whole stage on himself, wouldn't you say? I wouldn't bet on it, pal. We can't have that happen, you know? Can't have that happen? What's that supposed to mean, I wonder? Alright. Will you take a look at this for me? Okay, never mind. Prepare the flowers on the other side of the hall. These are much more gorgeous. Let's see. Record companies, fan clubs, company workers, family. Carrying all these flowers home would be hard, I think. Okay. There's a piece of paper taped to the door that says Matt Enguard's room. Matt Enguard? I've heard of that name before. Oh yeah, Maya's always yammering about him, like obsessed fan she is. I can understand flowers in front of the dressing rooms, but what are stuffed bears doing here? Maybe that there's an action star with soft spot for teddy bears? Nah, can't be. It's a feast for a king. Yeah, it was the first time I ate that food. What was it called again? I think it was started with kiwi? Yeah, that's right. A kiwi. I don't know what to say, but it's sweet but sour fruit all in one. Poor pearls. Having eaten only vegetables all her life, she's been missing out. They haven't cleaned up the food yet. There's a sad feeling hanging in the air now that the party's over. This sure is luxurious hotel, almost to the point of gaudy, but how it blends together everything fancy and imaginable. Speaking of fancy, didn't that billboy give me something like that last year? These guys are my real pros now. Pros? Pros are doing what? Doing police work, of course. My own are like Hawk. My professionalized body, a messy incident. A messy bloody incident. That's why I don't have time for your meddling kids. Okay. That's the stage for the post-ceremony stage show. There's supposed to be a press meeting after the show, but now it looks like no one will hear what 𝐒𝐸𝐽𝐸 Samurai had to Sunfest after all. A lobby with grand staircase always feels enormous, but right now the only thing filling this enormous room is the anxiety about the murder. I hope nothing else happens here. These cameras must belong to the press that came to the covered conference. They're all basically doing the same thing, staring at an empty stage. Seats for the spectators of the post-ceremony show and a press conference. But it's too bad neither event is going to be held now. What am I missing? Alright, I forgot I can present profiles. That makes sense. The 𝐒𝐸𝐽𝐸 Samurai really took the Grand Prix tonight. Maya's a big fan of his. Really? Oh, I'm sorry then. Very sorry. Edgar was just arrested, pal. Suspicions of murdering Joan Corrida. What? Arrested? Why was Mr. Edgar arrested? Sorry, pal, but that's not something I can tell you. We started the investigation, so we don't have any leaks. Looks like yet another Steel Samurai hero is in hot water. Mr. Nick, if Mystic Maya knew about this... Yeah, I know. She'd make me take this case. I know. Hey, what's going on, Mr. Wright? It looks like Joan Corrida has been killed. What? Joan is his? It looks like he was murdered, and a suspect was arrested. That suspect is Mr. Madden Guard. You're joking, right? They just arrested 𝐒𝐸𝐽𝐸 Samurai on suspicion of murdering the Jamming Ninja. Oh, not again. I feel sick. Again? About a year ago, something like this happened, Pearls. I still can't believe. No way, Madwood. What's Mr. Powers got in his hand? Oh, before I forget, this is for you, Mr. Wright. I got this from the bellboy that came by earlier. Radio transceiver. For me? But why? I don't know. All he said was it was for Mr. Phoenix Wright and the attorney. Matt and Juan. Matt is the most energetic and active actor out there right now. The 𝐒𝐸𝐽𝐸 Samurai really still displays as a pop idol, but he kept adding fuel to the fire of his rivalry with June anyway. Mr. June, he's the Jamming Ninja, right? Those two would butt heads over everything they could think of. But I would say that Matt was the one who almost came out on top. I guess some people only know how to relay the others by butting heads like a ram. June said that he would make Matt out on this time too, so he joined a rival TV show. And it was the Jamming Ninja? The stylish 𝐒𝐸𝐽𝐸 Samurai and the burning Jamming Ninja. Well, things turned out messy real fast with those two using their shows for their war. And the final tolle. Matt even won the Grand Prix this year. The final win over his rival, I guess. Press conference. Mr. Engar was going to hold a press conference, wasn't he? That's what I heard. So if you wanted to get technical about it, it was Nicholas Samurai's son, friend. Nicholas Samurai's? Yeah, he was supposed to wear his costume and give the press conference that way. He was going to be in costume? Why? I'm not sure. They don't keep me in the loop anymore. I was just wondering. Where's Mystic Maya? She's been gone for a long time. Now that you mentions it. I was only going to answer a phone call. Maybe she got lost. I'll take a quick look around for her. Ah! Well, what is it, Mr. Nick? I'm not sure. Coming from the transceiver. Yes, hello, right here. Is this Mr. Phoenix Wright, the attorney? You are? You don't need to know who I am. I think you have the other things to be concerning yourself with. Such as... Help, Nick! Mystic Maya? So, Mr. Wright, wouldn't you agree that the more important issue is the fate of the girl? Fate? Does that mean what I think he means? Maya, where are you? Are you hurt? Come now, don't fall apart on me yet. This can't be. Now that I have your attention, Mr. Attorney, I have a modest proposal for you. If you do what I require, then I will return to your valuable item unharmed. What is this called again in your fancy lawyer terms? Kidnapping for ransom. Yes, that's it. This is a kidnapping. Ah! Mystic Maya! Mystic Maya! My sight. Everything's fading away. Maya has been kidnapped. Are you there, Mr. Attorney? Are you there? How much? How much do you want? Very good, Mr. Attorney. I'm glad you have such a good grasp of the situation. Hurry up and state your condition, and then return Maya. Money is not what I seek. What? What I want is a certain verdict. And I would like a complete acquittal. Complete acquittal? What in the world have you done to need to? I'm not the person you will be representing. What? You are currently at the Gatewater Hotel, are you not? And I know that a murder has just taken place there. Young Corrida was killed, and the suspect is mad and guard. You are, as expected, quite on top of things, Mr. Attorney. Now then, what I want is very simple. I want you to obtain a complete acquittal for Mad and Guard. Mad and Guard? But why? He did not kill anyone. I can attest to that. However what? However, someone is framing him for the murder. Very smart someone who is setting him up to take the fall. If I agree and do what he wants, I can believe he will keep this end of the bargain. You are, of course, at liberty to take me at any word or not. However, there is one thing you can take as fact. Right now, your very precious item is with me, in my possession. Help her, Nick! Maya. You have 2 days. Of course, tonight he will be in questioning with the police. The trial is in 2 days. And at that trial, you will win the not guilty verdict. Remember, you only have one chance. One chance, Mr. Attorney. One? You expect me to get a not guilty in one trial day? Yes, exactly. I don't believe I was wrong in choosing you. So don't let me down. Ah! Oh yes, that's right. Now that I'm playing the role of a kidnapper, I can pass up this chance to say, and don't even think about calling the cops. Not great, but you get the idea. Damn it! Who the hell are you? Very well, I'll tell you that much. My name is... the Killer. Mr. Nick, where's Mystic Maya? She's been kidnapped. No! It's all my fault. If only I'd gone with Mystic Maya. So not your fault, Pearls. But it is! Mystic Maya! Mr. Wright, I think we should tell the police what's going on. No, we can't do that. If we do, who knows what will happen to Maya? Mr. Nick, what about the detective I saw earlier? Detective 𝐒𝐤𝐞𝐜. Yes, that's it. Wait here, and I'll be right back. Alright. Take care of Pearl while you're away. What? Rarson? Not so loud. The ransom is complete acquittal from Matt and Guard. Wait, the deal is complete acquittal? In exchange for Maya, you mean? This means Matt Endgard is obviously the killer, pal. No doubt about it. The guy said that Mr. Endgard is innocent. You really believe what a kidnapper tells you, pal? I guess he has a point. If Endgard really is innocent, then why the kidnapping? And on top of everything else, there's all this evidence we keep finding. Huh? The forensics team's having a field day back there. But it's strange. There's so much evidence that it feels like something's wrong. There's too much evidence. Is that possible? Actually, didn't the kidnapper say something about Endgard being set up? Anyway, it looks like you won't be leaving here tonight, pal. Just sit tight and cooperate with the investigation. Tomorrow you can start yours. Alright. Isn't there another way? You've also got to be careful about pushing the kidnapper the wrong way. Alright. Date, time, location. Oh, my hat! Where am I? I wonder if I'm still in that hotel. What happened to me? Nick, Pearly! Come on, you guys! This isn't funny anymore. I see you have awoken. Ah! Who are you? Me? I'm known as the Killer. The Killer? You mean like an assassin? I'm too young to die. Don't worry. You're not my target, for now anyway. Ah! Nick, where are you? Help me! Yes, that's right. Only one person can save you. And that is Mr. Phoenix Wright. Huh? What? Nick? He's going to save me? Calm down and be good, girl. Think of this as a business transaction. A business transaction? I'm going to contact him now. I hope you'll cooperate and play your assigned role well. Nick! What's going to happen to me? Nick, Pearly! This! Ah. Is this Mr. Phoenix Wright, the attorney? You don't need to know who I am. I think you have other things to be concerned about. Alright, I'm gonna pause it exactly here. And this is where we will continue from. Thank you for watching, and see you next time. Take care. Bye-bye.